As much as we all love Stranger Things, I think we can admit Season 5 had quite a few loose ends. I'm Alex from Sandro Says, and today I want to talk about my favorite, or least favorite, loose ends from Season 5. Please leave a like on the video. My goal for this video is 26 for 2026. Alright, so the biggest loose end, I think, from Season 5 is Dr. K. Biggest wasted character. No idea what her main motivation was besides being a pseudo Dr. Brenner replacement. We saw her in an early episode doing some type of dissection on we assume, a beast from the Upside Down or the Abyss. We don't know why. If she was just interested in the blood of Kali and the blood of Eleven, we don't know why. So there was no resolution at the end, no comeuppance, no learning her lesson, no getting killed by a Demogorgon. As far as we know, she just went off to her next nefarious plot. Very unfulfilling character. And a very loose thread as far as, or loose end as far as, well, why were they there really? They wanted 11, but was it for the blood? And just, it felt very unfulfilling. So, along with that, we have the entirety of the military. The fact that Hopper's gang, specifically Nancy Byers, rolled through with machine guns and killed a ton of soldiers. Now, I understand in the context of the show, these soldiers are evil. However, I don't know if the government classifies things that way. They're usually just like, hey, we have operations all over the world. If you kill our soldiers, we're not going to be happy about it. So, they didn't just kill one or two. They killed like probably a dozen, if not more than that, soldiers across the season. And as far as we could tell, no repercussions at all. No jail time, no slap on the wrist, no anything. Tied to that, also with the military, if there were pregnant women at that base that were being tested on with Kali's blood, were they all just blown up in the Upside Down when the Upside Down collapsed? Why was that base even in the Upside Down? Why did they need to put it there? If they're doing nefarious things, they could just put it anywhere in Nevada or whatever like they do now. They don't have to put it in the Upside Down. It doesn't make it like harder to see. This is, pre-internet and stuff. I mean, this is early stages of the internet, but it's not like there's social media for people to rat on them and stuff. So it just felt really weird for them to say we have to have this base in the Upside Down, even though we're not doing anything Upside Down related specifically. Although they are doing testing. We don't know what they're doing. It was so unexplained. Okay. Here's one that people might not care about as much as me, but I think the bullies. The bullies in episode 1, how they beat up Dustin and caused the first crawl to have so many issues with, Jonathan taking over for Dustin and all that stuff. It just seemed like they should have had a scene at the end or in the later episodes where the bullies understood that Dustin was, wasn't evil, D&D wasn't evil, Eddie wasn't evil. I don't know, something of the sort. But no, there's none of that. They beat the shit out of Dustin, and that's it. They always kind of went about their lives. So that was a bummer to me. The melted soldiers that we saw when Jonathan and Nancy went to the Hawkins lab in the Upside Down, there were melted soldiers there, and we still don't know exactly why. Even when the exotic matter exploded above the lab in the Upside Down, it didn't necessarily melt anything. It just sent out shock waves and destroyed the walls. So we still don't exactly understand what the melting of the soldiers was. So, and last but not least, this was one I saw people online talking about, and I was mixed at first because I said it doesn't really matter, and then I was rewatching season 4, and I said, okay, no, it does matter. Max's mom not being there in season 5, not being featured at all. Now, apparently the actress was undergoing chemotherapy for cancer treatments at the time. I hope she's doing well. Or she was doing them during season 4 or in the in-between. I don't know exactly what was going on. I don't know if that led to her not being brought back or not, but in the context of the show, it seemed like Max and her mom had a good relationship. There's actually a scene in season 4 where Max is talking to, turns out to be a vision of her mom that Vecna is using, but the way Max was talking in the vision suggested that she was on a loving relationship level with her mom. So even though that turned out to be a trick, it was still, in Max's mind, her mom. So it seems weird that her daughter would be in a coma and crippled and all this stuff for 2 years, and we wouldn't see the mom at all. Like, not at all. I understand Lucas is basically living at the hospital, but the mom would probably be there a lot too? Oh, maybe? I don't know. So that's just, that one just kind of, it's a weird choice. I understand that they have a lot of people to fit in season 5, but they could have probably fit her in too, at least for 5 seconds at the hospital. So, what were y'all's favorite, or least favorite, I should say, loose ends from season 5 or from the show in general? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time here on Sandro Says. Take care.